Hi, I'm Rick Hansen, and my life mission has been to help create a world without barriers for people with disabilities so they can achieve their full potential. You know, my earliest memories as a kid was always being surrounded by family on an adventure in the outdoors. It's been the basic core of who I am, is to be able to express myself in the outdoors. And one day I was coming back from a grand fishing trip. I decided to hitchhike home, and so me and a friend got in the back of a pickup truck. And that truck went around the corner and rolled over, broke my back, damaged my spinal cord, and a few hours later I was told I'd never walk again. I had no idea what life would be like, and I thought in many ways my life was over because I thought there's no way I could continue to do the things I loved. But slowly and surely I came to realize that, you know, I could adapt and accept the support of my family and friends and get back out into the outdoors and continue to fish, and made me realize that I didn't need to be cured in order to be whole as a human being, and pursued excellence to the best of my ability, represented my country at multiple Paralympic Games and at the Olympics in '84 in Los Angeles, and traveled the world. And it actually in many ways helped me realize that attitudes and barriers were fundamental to a person being able to move from feeling that they were confined and dependent to open, free, and interdependent, and wheel around the world to show the potential of people with disabilities if barriers were removed. So you have to ask yourself, in this era, why is it that people are still struggling to get their head and their arms around the issue of disability? The first thing we can do is to realize that disability isn't just a person in a wheelchair, and then it starts with being able to identify barriers. I think we have to ask ourselves, what is the Canada that we want? Well, we can reflect back to our Constitution and our Charter, and it clearly says we want people with disabilities to be included as equals. And as public servants, people who represent this country, the first thing you have to ask is, how well am I doing on achieving that goal? And I would say that we're making progress. For all these years, I feel like I've been very privileged because I've always had a way to overcome the barriers that prevented me from being able to get out into the outdoors. But it always came with a cost. It was always an immense struggle to just kind of get there. And over the years I decided maybe what I'd do is leave a legacy, a program, and make it normal to be able to just get onto the dock and get onto the boat and actually drive the boat and be fully included, and have that boat be a very thoughtful expression of universal and inclusive design for anyone, so everyone could go everywhere. When you have a disability, it can be overwhelming, and all I would suggest is that it's okay to feel nervous, afraid, or uncertain, or even negative about something, because that's where your point of reference is. But my question is, can you ask the other question, which is it true? You get a chance to be able to reframe and then move to a place where you have hope, because hope is about being able to really see a possible outcome. And then hope is then being able to actually really think that, there's a pathway to be able to make that happen. And then lastly, it's, I can do it. And living the dream has been kind of my personal mantra through most of my life. And here we are with this incredible accessible outdoor program where people from all across the country and eventually around the world will be able to say, wow, and if we can do it here, we can do it anywhere, so everyone can go everywhere.